My girlfriend mocked my budget to TikTok while I secretly paid her $20,000 debt, so I exposed the truth in her comments Reddit stories. One moment she was laughing at my Scrooge energy, and the next the entire internet learned I had been funding her lifestyle. The chaos that followed, tears, accusations, repo trucks, turned her joke into the biggest mistake she ever posted. Hi, I'm Mark, 29, and 3 days ago I learned my girlfriend didn't actually love me. She loved the lifestyle I was providing while calling me broke to the internet. The breakup wasn't planned. I didn't rehearse it. I didn't even say it out loud. I broke up with her in a TikTok comment section. And honestly? No regrets. Let's rewind. My girlfriend, now ex, Jenna, 26, is what she calls an aspiring content creator, which is code for posts TikToks and hopes the algorithm adopts her. She makes maybe $300 a month on a good month. Meanwhile, I make $72,000 a year as a project manager. Decent money, not rich, but enough to live comfortably if you budget. Which I do. Because I'm an adult. Every month, I print out my Excel budget sheet and pin it to my fridge. It keeps me accountable. Keeps me on track. Helps me avoid becoming one of those paycheck to paycheck. How did I spend $800 on DoorDash? People. Jenna always teased me about it privately. You're such a grandpa, she'd say. Who prints budgets? But she'd laugh, kiss me, and go back to scrolling TikTok for 6 hours. No big deal, or so I thought. Then yesterday morning, I woke up to 3 texts from friends. Dude, is this you? Bro, check TikTok now. Man, I'm so sorry. I clicked the link. It was Jenna. In my kitchen. Filming my budget sheet. Zooming in on the categories. Eating out, $60. She snorted. Entertainment, $40. She burst out laughing. Clothes, $30. She doubled over like she was dying. The caption? POV, your boyfriend is giving Ebenezer Scrooge energy. The video had 340,000 views. The comments were brutal. Girl, run. He's gonna make you split a McChicken. OMG, not the $30 clothes budget, I'm crying. Tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke. If you're thinking, oof, that hurts, just wait. Because here's what TikTok didn't know. I was paying her credit card debt, $20,347. 82. I was making her car payments, $430 per month. Her phone plan? On mine, $85 per month. The designer bag she posted last week? $890 from my account. Her groceries, takeout, and nails? Guess who covered that 80% of the time? So yeah? My eating out budget is $60. Because hers was $600 from my wallet. I didn't think. I didn't plan. I didn't breathe. I just typed. That's because I'm paying your $20,000 credit card debt, your car payment, and your phone bill. But sure, make fun of my budget. Hit send. Closed the app. Went to work. I had no idea I just lit a nuclear bomb. By noon, my phone looked like it was having a seizure. Buzz. 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 Constant notifications. I finally opened TikTok. My comment? 89,000 likes. Her comment section? A war zone. People had turned on her. Hard. She really exposed herself, not him. Girl. You are the budget problem. Not the broke one making fun of the responsible one. Imagine embarrassing a man who was paying your bills. And she thought we wouldn't find out? Someone even stitched her video with, when you try to clown your boyfriend but accidentally reveal you are the financial burden. 3 million views. Jenna must have called me 16 times during lunch. I ignored every single call. I was shaking, part angry, part humiliated, part weirdly relieved. Around 2 p.m., security called my office. There's a crying woman in the lobby asking for you. Great. I went down. There she was, Mascara streaked, shaking, holding her phone like it betrayed her. How could you humiliate me like this? She sobbed the moment she saw me. I laughed. Out loud. You humiliated me in front of 340,000 people. That was different. I was just joking. Did I look like I was joking? She wiped her face. People are calling me a gold digger. You filmed my budget for views while I was paying your debt and bills. What did you think they'd call you? She froze. You need to delete your comment, she said. Now. No, I said. But I will delete something. What? She whispered, eyes wide. Us. We're done. She let out this strangled gasp. You can't break up with me like this. I can, and I did. Pack your stuff from my place. Tonight. You're being insane. You're punishing me for a joke. Okay. Here's another joke for you. The credit card payment stopped today. The car payment stops today. Your phone line gets removed tomorrow. She went pale. You can't do that. I need those. You should have thought about that before mocking the budget that paid for them. Mark, please. She was full on sobbing now. I can't afford those bills. That's not my problem anymore. People were staring. I didn't care. I walked away while she cried, blocked her number in the elevator, went back to my desk, and calmly emailed my bank to stop the credit card payments, the dealership to stop the car payments, my phone carrier to remove her line. Then I sat down and redid my budget. $1,145 per month back into my pocket. My spreadsheet looked refreshed. So did I. The next 48 hours turned into a demolition derby of her life, and I was just watching from the stands with popcorn. Day 1, the panic tour. By morning she had already used 3 different numbers to try calling me. Blocked each one. Then came the texts from her mom. Yep. Her mom. Mom, you can't just abandon her like this. She's devastated. Me. She abandoned my privacy first. Mom, it was a joke. You're overreacting. Me. 340,000 people weren't laughing with me. Mom, she's young. She made a mistake. Me. She's 26. She made a decision. Block. Day 2, the apartment scene. She showed up at my apartment with her mom and her best friend like a low-budget intervention. They banged on the door for 20 minutes. I didn't open it. I know you're in there. Yeah. And I'm also ignoring you in there. I spoke through the door. You have until Sunday to get your things. I'll leave them outside. That's it. Her best friend screamed. He's abusive. I laughed so hard I had to cover my mouth not to let them hear. Abusive? For stop paying her debt? Amazing. Day 3, reality hits back. At 9 a.m., she texted from another number. They sent me a notice. My credit card bill is $340 this month. I can't pay that. Me. Then stop spending money you don't have. You said you'd help me. I said I'd help you get back on your feet. Not carry you for 18 months. You ruined my credit. It was $580 before I met you. It ruined itself. She stopped replying. Day 4, the car call. The dealership phoned her. She didn't answer. They called again. Then again. Finally, a voicemail. You have 30 days to refinance or the vehicle will be repossessed. Her credit was too low. Her income too unstable. Her savings non-existent. She thought I'd swoop in to save her. She called from another unknown number, screaming. They're going to take my car. You have to fix this. No, I don't. You are a monster. You filmed my finances for strangers. You made this. She cried harder. By the end of the call, she begged. Like literally begged. I hung up. Day 5, the TikTok fallout. Her apology video dropped. Well, apology. Basically her crying and blaming me for exposing her. Viewers weren't buying it. Comments. You posted his finances first. You embarrass yourself. Girl, accountability is free. Budgeting isn't broke, but you apparently are. She deleted that too. Day 6, employer stunt. She escalated in the most unhinged way imaginable. She called my boss. Claimed I was financially abusive and abandoning her. My boss showed me the voicemail. He literally said, "Dude, what is this?" I showed him her viral video. He watched it, wheezed laughing, and said, "Yeah, we're not entertaining this. Also, good for you." HR sent her mother a cease and desist. Yep. Her mom. Because she kept calling too. Day 7, repo countdown. Her friend posted a TikTok defending her. Got roasted. Someone commented, "He paid $20K of her debt while she bought designer bags." Girl, hush. That one had 60K likes. The repo truck was scheduled for Monday. She thought I'd cave. Spoiler. I didn't. Repo day, the Super Bowl of consequences. Monday, 7:12 a.m. I'm eating eggs, minding my business, when I get a text from an unknown number. They're here. Please, please, please help me. I check my door cam. Nothing. So I open TikTok. Oh. There she is, my ex, standing in her apartment parking lot, live streaming the repo of her car. Mascara streaks, pajama bottoms, screaming at the tow truck operator. "You can't take it! My boyfriend, my ex, he's supposed to pay." The operator, absolute king, goes, "Ma'am, your ex isn't on the loan. You are." Chat was brutal. "Girl, you mocked his budget and now you're shocked? Play stupid games, win tow trucks. This is content I will never recover from. Budget boyfriend 1. Ebenezer Scrooge energy saved him." She ended the stream when the tow truck drove away with her car, but not before someone yelled from off camera. "Is this the TikTok girl who made fun of her boyfriend's spreadsheet? God bless that stranger." The Meltdown Tour, Extended Edition. She showed up an hour later at my job. Security called me, same as last time. She refuses to leave. I walk down. She collapsed onto me like a toddler dropped off at daycare. "Please. I need the car. I'll lose my job." "You mocked the budget that paid for it." I said I was sorry. "You said you were sorry for the comments, not for the video." Her. "I'll make a public apology." Me. "No need. I'm not running for office." Her. "But you ruined my life." Me. "You posted my personal finances for clout. Your life ruined itself." The lawyer stunt. 2 days later I get an email from a law office. Our client is seeking $15,000 for financial damages due to the sudden withdrawal of support. I send it to my lawyer friend. He laughed so hard he typed the response while still wheezing. There is no legal basis for this claim. Stop harassing my client. Her lawyer folded within 12 hours. The best friend ambush. Her best friend, the one who defended her online, found me at my gym's parking lot. You ruined her mental health. Her TikTok ruined her reputation. She's broken. She should budget that. You're disgusting. And you're enabling. She stomped off wearing a $400 pair of sneakers she definitely didn't budget for. Back at home, the peace and quiet era. I sat down, updated my budget, and for the first time in 18 months, it was all my numbers. Savings skyrocketing. Stress plummeting. Silence beautiful. Then my ex posted a new TikTok. Her in a dim room, whispering like she's narrating a true crime documentary. I didn't know he'd leave me like that. I feel abandoned. Top comment. You abandoned him for likes first. Second. He budgeted better than you lived. Third. This is why you don't bite the hand paying your $20K debt. She turned off comments. Again. The aftermath hit her like a freight train labeled reality. And she was standing directly on the tracks. Week 2, the apartment eviction arc. Her roommate DM'd me. Totally out of nowhere. Hey, sorry to involve you, but your ex hasn't paid her half of rent in 2 months. She said you were covering it. I laughed so hard I had to sit down. Me? Nope. Haven't paid a cent toward her rent. Ever. Roommate. Cool. So she lied to both of us. Again. Turns out my ex had been telling her roommate I was handling finances, so she could focus on content creation. Focus on content creation equals buying Starbucks and ring lights. Roommate. I'm giving her until Friday to move out. She didn't have the money. So she moved back home. And of course, she TikToked. Sitting on her childhood bed, LED lights behind her. Sometimes life forces you to restart. Top comment. Sometimes life repossesses your car. Week 3, the Clout rebrand. With her lifestyle imploding, she pivoted. From luxury girl aesthetic to budget-friendly financial healing journey. Yep. The same woman who clowned my $60 eating out limit was now posting how to survive on $50 per week groceries, smiley face. How I'm tackling $20K in debt. How I shop smart at thrift stores. The internet remembered. People dragged her in the comments every time she pretended to be a budgeting expert. One commenter. You bullied the teacher and now you're acting like you invented school. Another. Where's the apology to the man whose budget you mocked? She deleted that one. Week 3. 5. The mom legal meltdown. Her mom messaged me again. Long paragraph about how I emotionally traumatized her daughter, destroyed her credit, and forced the repossession. Then, we've spoken to a lawyer about financial abandonment. I responded with one sentence. Please include the video where your daughter mocked my budget for 340,000 people. She left me on read. Week 4, the attempted lawsuit 2.0. A different lawyer emailed me. Our client asserts you entered a verbal agreement to support her financially. My lawyer friend wrote back. My client entered no such agreement, and if this continues, we'll file a harassment suit. Their lawyer dropped them 24 hours later. My ex posted a vague, legal battles are draining video. Someone commented, you can't sue someone for not paying your bills, babe. Week 5, the humility arc, not really. Her get ready with me videos changed dramatically. From Dior foundation plus my Audi keys to drugstore mascara dupe plus my uncle sold me this car for $3,200. In every video, she tries desperately to hide the fact that she went from luxury to survival mode. And then, the big twist. Roommate update, the bombshell. Her old roommate posted a TikTok. Caption. When your roommate's ex paid everything and you didn't know. She listed the car payments, the phone bill, the designer stuff, the rent lies, the $20K credit card debt. And then she said it. She told everyone he was broke. He was literally financially propping up her whole life. She messed up. That video hit 1.8 million views. People flooded my DMs thanking me for being an example of financial boundaries. Wild. Meanwhile, my ex went silent for 48 hours. Then posted a softly lit, voice-cracking video. I'm trying to grow from my mistakes. The comments. Start by apologizing to the man who paid your bills. Growth starts after accountability. Girl, just say you miss his budget. She's acting like he dumped her for no reason. She deleted it within an hour. Her life didn't just decline after that, it snowballed downhill like a refrigerator shoved off a cliff. The TikTok implosion phase. Her financial healing content tanked fast. Brands stopped working with her. Her views plummeted. Comments roasted her alive every time she posted anything remotely tone-deaf. She tried to pivot again. From budget queen to mental health journey influencer. She made a shaky video whispering, I've been through so much, people don't understand what I'm dealing with. Top comments. Girl, you started it. Where's the apology to the spreadsheet king? Been through so much equals faced consequences. Just say you missed the 20K he paid. She disabled comments for 24 hours. Then turned them back on, thinking maybe the heat died down. It hadn't. The DMs begin. She tried to reach me from a new Instagram account. Can we please talk? Blocked. Then on email. I still love you. We can fix this. Deleted. Then through her brother. She's miserable. Can you at least talk to her? No. He replied. Fair. The ambush. She finally realized digital begging wasn't working, so she went full Disney villain and appeared at my apartment again. I opened the door because I genuinely thought it was my Amazon package. Nope. There she stood, holding a box of my old hoodies like some rom-com redemption arc. Except she wasn't apologizing. She was trembling and furious. You ruined my life. No. You filmed mine for TikTok. You humiliated me. You made everyone hate me. You posted my budget without permission. What did you think would happen? That you'd laugh or something? Why would I laugh at you publicly mocking me for being financially responsible while I paid your bills? She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. For the first time, she had nothing to say. She tried one last angle. If you just paid the car payment one more time, none of this would have happened. I stared at her. That sentence alone is why I left. She finally broke. She dropped the hoodies, sat on the floor of the hallway, and started sobbing. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to pay everything. I can't live like this. I need help. You need accountability. And a job that pays your bills, not a boyfriend who does. Her sobbing stopped like she'd been unplugged. She looked up at me with this hollow expression, a mix of realization and resentment. I didn't think you'd actually leave. That's the problem. I closed the door. The fallout aftermath. Her meltdown went viral too, thanks to her neighbor filming her crying in the hallway and posting. Influencer meltdown after ex won't take her back. Comments were intense. She thought he was Santa with a debit card. I wouldn't take her back even with a coupon. She really underestimated that man's spreadsheet power. She went dark for a week. No posts. No stories. No cryptic quotes. Nothing. Her followers started leaving by the thousands. People stitched old videos of her mocking my budget next to clips of repo trucks. Someone made a fan edit of my original TikTok comment with dramatic music. It got 3M views. Then came the moment everything shifted. One night she messaged me from yet another number. Please. I need to tell you something important. I ignored it. 1 hour later, a longer message. I understand why you left. I understand why you're angry. I didn't realize what I was doing until it was too late. I treated you horribly. I embarrassed you. I used you. You didn't deserve any of it. I stared at the screen. She had finally hit her bottom. But I wasn't going to be the trampoline she bounced off of. Her messages didn't stop. They got longer, more desperate, more self-aware, or at least more performative about being self-aware. But one finally stood out. I need to confess something. Please just read it. So I did. The confession. I didn't post that budget video because I thought it was funny. She wrote. I posted it because my friends made fun of me for dating a boring guy who budgets. I felt insecure. I wanted to look cool. I thought if I joked about it first, they wouldn't joke about me. There it was. She wasn't mocking me. She was trying to hide her own embarrassment of being supported by a responsible adult instead of a flashy clown. She continued. I knew you were paying my debt. I just didn't want people to think I was dependent on you. I wanted to look independent online. Translation. She wanted the internet aesthetic of a boss girl lifestyle, while quietly using my bank account as life support. Then she dropped the real bomb. And I kept spending because I wanted to look like I belonged in that world. Even if it wasn't real. Even if it wasn't me. Honestly? That part felt sad. She had built her whole identity on looking expensive, while being broke. And she knew it. The comeback attempt. Then came the predictable shift. I want to fix things. I want to pay you back. I want to rebuild. I know I ruined things, but I'm willing to do therapy, budgeting classes, whatever you need. I didn't respond. Not because I wanted to be cruel, but because I didn't trust myself to say something calm. 5 minutes later. Can we meet? Just once? For closure? No. 10 minutes later. I love you. I never stopped. 20 minutes later. You were the best thing in my life. I didn't realize that until everything else was gone. Still nothing from me. The image cleanup tour. Since I didn't take the bait, she went public. She posted a video, no makeup, hoodie, shaky voice. I hurt someone who only ever tried to help me. Her followers were stunned. Some praised her for accountability. Most weren't impressed. Top comments. You're apologizing because he's done with you. Therapy for you. A house for him. Girl, sorry doesn't unrepo a car. You gotta pay him back emotionally and financially. Budget boy deserves reparations. Still, she kept going, 3 more videos. About gratitude. About growth. About. My ex taught me more about money than anyone. The internet wasn't buying it. Because sincerity wasn't her strong suit. Performance was. The breakpoint message. Finally, after 6 days of silence from me, she sent the message that ended everything. I'm not asking you to come back. I'm asking you to forgive me. I can't fix my life if I'm still carrying the guilt of what I did to you. I sat with that one. Because forgiveness is complicated. Sometimes forgiveness is letting go of someone, not letting them back. So I replied, I forgive you. But we're done. And we will stay done. No insults. No bitterness. Just closure. She replied, Thank you. I won't contact you again. And for once, she kept her word. The aftermath nobody expected. Her TikTok started slowly stabilizing. Her new content was quieter, humbler. Not performative. Not glamorous. Actual budgeting. Actual cheap recipes. Actual thrift hauls. People still teased her sometimes, but the cruelty faded. She stopped pretending to be someone she wasn't. And honestly, that was probably healthy. But meanwhile, my life was quietly leveling up. The real turning point. One night I checked my email. A job offer from a company that had seen one of the viral financial videos. Higher salary. Better benefits. Better growth path. Their email said, We like the way you think about money and personal responsibility. Ironically, her attempt to embarrass me ended up boosting my career. It was the cleanest karma I've ever witnessed. I didn't hear from her for about 2 weeks. Not her. Not her best friend. Not her mom. Silence. Which was nice. But obviously that couldn't last. The mother detonates. Her mom called me from a random number at 7:15 a.m. on a Thursday. I only picked up because I thought it might be a work call. You ruined my daughter's life. Good morning to you too. Before I could say anything, she launched into a monologue only a mother with zero self-awareness could deliver. She can't afford her rent. She can't afford her car. She can't afford groceries. How could you abandon her like this after giving her everything? Typical. The same woman who raised a daughter who believed adulting meant filming her boyfriend's budget for clout, now expected me to be the replacement parent. I waited until she ran out of breath, then said, She didn't lose everything because of me. She lost everything because she didn't respect what she had. Her mother scoffed. She's young. She makes mistakes. You're older, you should have known better. Ah, yes. The classic. You're older, so everything is your fault. Argument. She's 26. I said. Not 16. And budgeting isn't a moral failing. She's depressed. Don't you feel guilty? No, I said. But I do feel tired. Then I hung up. Blocked the number. Blocked her Facebook. Blocked her Instagram. Blocked her email. Peace returned. TikTok turns into a courtroom. One random night, someone sent me a screenshot. Her mother had made a TikTok. A full meltdown. Apparently, she discovered her daughter's original viral budgeting video still lived on Reddit, YouTube compilations, TikTok stitches, everywhere. Her mom was screaming into the camera about how the internet ruined her daughter, and that man weaponized embarrassment. The comments were brutal. Top 1. Your daughter posted his budget first. He just fact-checked it. Another. Parents always defend the adult child who makes the mess instead of the one who gets dragged into it. Then someone stitched it with, Lady, your daughter's car literally got towed out of frame in her own video. This is not his fault. I laughed harder than I probably should have. Meanwhile, my career was speedrunning upward. The company that first reached out. They weren't the only ones. Apparently, Budget Guy had become a meme in the financial literacy community. Someone made a compilation of my original comment over dramatic music. Someone else made an edit calling me the patron saint of boundaries. Cringe? Yes. Did it help my LinkedIn? Shockingly, also yes. I ended up interviewing with 3 companies. Got 2 offers. Accepted the one with a $14,000 salary bump, full remote, and better benefits. During the interview, the VP of Operations actually said, "We value employees who understand financial discipline and emotional boundaries." I swear I almost laughed. The unexpected text. 3 more weeks passed. Then I got a text from her brother, the only reasonable member of that family. "Hey man. Quick thing. She's finally doing better." He explained she'd gotten a second job, started therapy, started actually budgeting. "She told me to tell you something." He added. "What?" she said. "Tell him I understand now." For the first time, that hit me a little. Not romantically. Not sentimentally. Just humanly. Sometimes the best apology is a life lived differently. Then came the curveball. My ex made one final TikTok. Not crying. Not defending herself. Not blaming me. Just sitting in her new, old car outside her job. "I messed up," she said. "Not just the video. My whole mindset. I lived online instead of in reality. I spent money I didn't have. I depended on someone who owed me nothing. And I hurt the one person who actually helped me." Silence for a few seconds. "I'm not saying this to get him back. He's moved on. I'm saying it because accountability is cheaper than debt." And then, this part shocked me. "If you're watching this and someone helps you, thank them. Don't clown them. Don't take them for granted. You can lose a real one faster than TikTok loads." Comments? Supportive. Forgiving. Hopeful. For the first time, people weren't mocking her. She seemed grounded. And honestly? Good for her. My life now. My apartment is cleaner. My fridge is stocked with groceries for one. My budget spreadsheet looks beautiful without $1,450 disappearing every month. I upgraded my car. I'm saving aggressively. I'm in therapy myself, just to talk through boundaries, patterns, all that good adult stuff. I haven't started dating again yet. Not in a rush. My peace is loud. My life is quiet. My stress is low. Sometimes I think about how bizarre it is that a budget sheet on my fridge nearly sent my finances, and my sanity, off a cliff. But then I remember something very simple. Financial responsibility is not Scrooge energy. It's survival energy. And being mocked by someone you support? That's parasite energy. The final twist for now. Last week, I was at Target buying coffee pods. A girl walked up to me. "Hey, sorry, this is weird, but are you the budget guy?" I laughed. "Yeah, that was me." She smiled. "Good. Because I've been wanting to ask you something. What's that? What's your favorite budgeting app? I want to start. And just like that, life went on. Better than before. 2 days after the Target encounter, I got an email. Not from her. Not from her mom. Not from a lawyer. From TikTok. Specifically, we'd like to invite you to speak on a live stream about financial literacy. At first, I thought it was a scam. But nope, verified. Legit. Their actual partnerships team. Apparently, the whole Budget Guy Clapback saga had sparked a wave of young people wanting to learn about budgeting, debt, boundaries, all that grown-up stuff nobody teaches in school. I stared at the email for a good minute thinking. Never in my life did I imagine my ex making fun of my eating out $60 line item would turn into a public speaking opportunity. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do it. Not because I was embarrassed, but because I didn't want this drama to define me. Still, I replied, maybe. Let's schedule a call. Then the universe threw another curveball. That evening, I was leaving my apartment to take out trash when someone called my name from across the parking lot. It was her brother. The only decent one in that family. He jogged over looking awkward, hands in pockets. Hey man. I know you blocked everyone, so I figured showing up was the only way. Sorry if that's weird. Little bit, I said. But you're fine. He nodded and took a deep breath. Look, I'm not here to defend her. She screwed up. Badly. We all know it. I just wanted to tell you something. He hesitated. A few days ago, she told me she's paying off her debt. Actually paying it. Not pretending. Not ignoring. Not expecting anyone else to save her. I nodded. That's good. She also said, and I quote, he was right about everything. I just didn't want to hear it. That hit harder than I expected. Not because I still cared, but because accountability is rare. And, he added, she said she hopes you're doing well. Not in a creepy way. Just genuinely. I didn't say anything at first. Finally. I hope she's doing well too. Because it was true. Hurt doesn't cancel humanity. He exhaled like he'd been holding the words for weeks. Thanks. And hey, you're a good dude. She didn't deserve your kindness, but she learned from losing it. He walked off before I could respond. Strangely enough, that conversation closed something in me that I didn't know was still open. Meanwhile, her mom was not learning anything. 2 mornings later, my boss called me into his office again. He looked annoyed. You'll never guess who called our HR line again. I didn't even flinch. Her mom? He nodded. She said, and I quote, your employee abandoned my daughter and ruined her life. I want him fired for emotional malpractice. Emotional malpractice. Like I was a surgeon who forgot a scalpel inside her ribcage. My boss rubbed his temples. HR has officially blocked her number. If she tries again, they're contacting authorities. I half joked, half meant it. At this point, I'm pretty sure she's more invested in me than her daughter ever was. He laughed so hard he had to wipe his eyes. But the truth was obvious. Her mom needed therapy more than her daughter did. A week later, closure I didn't expect. I finally accepted TikTok's invitation. Not because of clout, but because budgeting literally saved my life from financial ruin disguised as love. I figured maybe I could help someone who needed a wake-up call before it was too late. The live stream went surprisingly well. People asked real questions. Not drama. Not gossip. Actual financial questions. One person commented, your story made me leave a relationship that was draining me financially. Thanks, man. Another, your budget inspired me to make my first ever savings plan. And then, in the middle of the comments, one appeared. Proud of you. No username. Just anonymous. But something told me exactly who it was. I didn't reply. Didn't need to. Some things don't need to be reopened. Some endings stay endings. Life now. I got the raise. And the promotion. And I'm moving into a new place next month. My own place, fully mine, paid for with my own money and my own peace. My budget? Still on the fridge. Still neat. Still simple. Still the thing she mocked that ended up being the reason I'm thriving. And her? Last I heard from her brother, she's doing okay. Working 2 jobs. Paying down debt. Taking accountability. Not chasing clout. Good for her. We'll never be together again. But we don't need to hate each other either. Sometimes, people don't belong in your future. They belong in your lesson plan. And this lesson? It paid off. Her response came instantly. Because I saw the whole mess unfold from the sidelines, and I thought you deserved to hear the last missing piece. I sat down. She continued. Your ex didn't just film your budget. She showed it around the building first. Bragged that she was training you to spend more on her. People were uncomfortable. I told her it felt wrong. She laughed. I felt a familiar sting, old anger, dull now, but still there. But, Emily added, after everything blew up, she came by last week. Not to complain. Not to blame you. To apologize. Apologize? Apparently, she told the front desk. I messed up. I hurt someone good. I won't ever do that again. No theatrics. No tears. Just honesty. Then Emily wrote something unexpected. She said losing you was the wake-up she needed. And that she hopes you never think she didn't care. I didn't know what to say. Emily did. Sometimes the right person shows up at the wrong time, she wrote. But that doesn't mean you owe them another chance. She hesitated, then added. Also, if you ever want to grab coffee sometime, I'd like that. I laughed, genuinely, for the first time in a long time. Told her maybe. Not because I needed a new relationship, but because for once, life felt open instead of draining. Later that night, I went for a walk. Cold air, empty streets, quiet. I thought about everything. My ex, her family, the debt, the TikTok drama, the repossession, the lawyer threats, the live stream, the unexpected job offers, the closure from her brother, her own accountability journey. And then I realized something simple. I wasn't angry anymore. Not at her. Not at her mom. Not at the internet. What happened sucked. But it also saved me. It forced me to stop giving away parts of myself to someone who didn't value them. It forced her to face the consequences she'd been avoiding for years. It forced both of us to grow in opposite directions. The last message? Before bed, I checked TikTok one last time. A notification. Anonymous replied to your comment. Glad you're doing well. No drama. No manipulation. No request for anything. Just closure in 8 simple words. I didn't reply. Didn't need to. Some chapters don't end with slam-shut doors. They end with quiet acknowledgements, and 2 people finally walking their own paths. Where things stand now. She's rebuilding. I'm thriving. We're both better off. No bitterness. No reunion. No revisiting old wounds. Just 2 lessons. 1. Don't shame someone for being responsible. 2. Don't support someone who doesn't support you back. My budget is still on my fridge. Not as a reminder of her, but as a reminder of me. Where I started. What I escaped. And what I'm building now. Peaceful. Stable. Mine.